See what he's got to say. Let's give it up for Mr. Kris Monger!
Hey everybody! You just can't get enough of me! Former host! And I'm doing some comedy, make some noise! You here, you guys ready for comedy? You ready for some stand-up? You ready for some jokes? I hear you out there, ladies and gentlemen. I moved to a new apartment complex recently. Place called the Oedipus Complex. Place full of a bunch of real motherfuckers. Yeah! All right. Thank you. Hitchhiking's really dangerous. Just always show the driver you have a gun, so he knows you play it safe. Ha-ha! Ready for this one? When did Eleanor Roosevelt always want to be FDR's first lady? Because she was tired of always only being his second cousin! Whoa! Oh! Right? I used to be engaged. I had a fiance. She made me the happiest man in the world. Especially when she moved out. Yeah! You're a lovely audience. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you, son. I love you too. You're beautiful. So who here like scary movies? Who likes those? Like scary movies? What do you like? What's your favorite scary movie? You like them all? You like Scream? I heard Scream. You like a bunch too? You guys like Lawnmower Man? Good. Nightmare on Elm Street? Huh? Child's Play? Saw? I love 1, 2, and 3 are pretty good. I like scary movies. I love them. They make me wet the bed. That and dreams about Scarlett Johansson. Must be scared of her. What that is. I don't get it. So I turned 31 in an hour and a half or something. At midnight. I'll be 31. My birthday. Thank you. No, it's true. 31. Coming up in a minute. Just a little bit. I mean, it might be later in the day, to be honest, but I don't know the exact time. But midnight is my birthday, so I'm pretty excited. My 30th birthday, I had a lot of fun. My 30th birthday was a lot like my first birthday. I fell asleep in a restaurant. I don't remember being there. I don't remember paying. I think my dad carried me to the car. So, it's funny how some things never change, you know? If you find out you're going to be a dad, in case anyone out there going to be a dad soon? No? Well, in the future, when you're going to be a dad, you got 9 months to stop saying remote control and start saying clicker. So you go, where's the clicker? It's just here. It's important when you're a dad. So I've been traveling doing stand-up, and I went to West Virginia. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Driving in West Virginia, I saw a car covered in bullet holes. It's like, whoa, what a badass. That guy was in a gunfight. Got a little closer, these were stickers. Alright? That full-grown adult is the equivalent of a kid with Power Ranger stickers and flaming skull heads on their big wheel, you know? If he's a poser, acting like he was in a gunfight. If you're an adult, you're having to prove your badassness with stickers. You made a couple mistakes in your life, I'd say. I love West Virginia. I love skiing there, whitewater rafting. It's a fun sport. A guy went down a raging river, didn't die, and charged his friends to do it. Come on, it's fun. Jump on. I love that. My mom heard I was being in West Virginia. She said, be sure to print out your directions because GPS and cell phones don't work in West Virginia. There's an entire state in this great nation where cell phones and GPS don't work properly. Maybe you got Sprint, and it's the last 2 weeks in December, and it's not snowing. Maybe it'll work, but for the most part...
True fucking story.
Is that true?
True.
I hate it's true. What's with that? The mountains?
Yeah.
It's blocking the signal. So I went to New York City for some stand-up. Big Apple. That was fun. I loved being there in New York City. And hey, does anyone here read the same book twice? Anybody? No, nobody. No one ever reads the same book twice. Don't own books. It makes no sense. Go to the library and read it once like a normal person, and then just put it back. So I get most of my information from movies and not from books. So when I was in New York City, this guy in a bar starts telling me how he loves baseball and he loves the New York Yankees. And I go, that's great. I was like, you ever seen the Brooklyn Dodgers? He's like, the Brooklyn Dodgers? He was like, they're in like LA now. I was like, was that recent? He was like, no, it was like the 60s, dude. And I was like, well, I got that information from Who Framed Roger Rabbit. You know, the cab goes, how about them Brooklyn Dodgers? They bums or what? Like, dude rolls his eyes. He goes, Roger Rabbit, man, that movie's lame. I said, hey, now watch it, retard, okay? Lame's an ableist comment, so just be careful there. Don't say that. Thank you. Every time I go to New York City, the Big Apple, I love it there. And I just think, you know, why don't I just stay here? Figure it out, you know, just leave everything behind me and stay there. I could find a job, you know, go and knock on a restaurant. Be like, I could work here, I could sweep. I got loads of experience sweeping. I got experience since I was a kid sweeping. You need help loading the dishwasher? Huh? Any moms around here need a foot massage while they watch Roseanne? Is that happening? Can I stay up and watch Snick? I'll make my bed. You can take 75 cents off my allowance so I can play Nintendo for 30 more minutes. Really into Mario 2. I'm in the giant land, you know? Mario 3, I'm in the giant land. I swear I'll stop double knotting my shoes so you have to undo them with a pen, you know? Come on, give me a job. I need it. Come on. If I was living in New York, though, I'd have to commute, you know? And I'd have to get up on time. And then I'd have to get a new ringtone alarm, because as of now, tranquil wind sounds is not waking me up. Anything, it's making it much worse. Makes me sleep here for some reason. So I went through a breakup this summer. I mentioned it kind of in the beginning. Who here has been dumped before, huh? Been dumped back? It hurts. A lot of hurt being dumped. It's no fun, isn't it? It's no good. And people expect me to get over that so quickly. They were like, look, dude, you were with her an hour and a half ago, okay? Just get over it. It's done. So, yeah, they want you to get over it so quick. But I was glad she was gone. I could use all the hot water in the showers that I wanted, okay? I could take the longest, hottest, most disfiguring showers that I wanted to. It's fine. And it's okay to cry in the showers, people, okay? Because the water washed away all your tears. And no one's there to see you anymore. So, no one sees you cry. Sad. But you know what they say? Every time God closes the window, he opens the door. Oh, God's OCD is getting very out of hand. Poor guy. Together with a breakup, I got a little puppy. I did my part. I went to the pound and got myself an abused animal. I went and got a puppy. And so I get this puppy, and I read online, you should change the name of your abused animal to something new, so they don't associate their new life to their abuse life. Well, I think that's a bunch of crap. I didn't change my dog's name. A little moron seems to be adjusting just fine in there, so he's great. My ex is going to regret dumping me, though, because one day I'm hoping I can be a famous comic, so that she can be sitting there with her kid, and the kid will go like, Mommy, did you date anyone before you met Daddy? And it's like, well, yeah, like, I dated Kris Monger, actually. It's like, Kris Monger? You mean that fun comic could have been my dad instead of this 5'3" banker that won't let me drink Cokes? So, a lot of my exes say I have delusions of grandeur. What they call delusions of grandeur, I call positive thinking. It's okay. But forget her, I don't need her anymore. I got a new lady. Huh? Jennifer here. Hi, Jennifer. Hi, everybody. Now, honey, we met on Bumble, didn't we? We met on Bumble. Anyone ever use Bumble? Yeah. It's a pretty dumb app. I mean, it's nice I met you. It worked out, but it's a dumb app overall. Like, I mean, stop me if I'm wrong, you can tell me, but it works where I swipe and you swipe, and I can't say anything until you talk to me. You gotta talk first. It's so stupid. Bumble clearly was designed by a real jaded woman, you know? She was like, we'll just go ahead and set this up. The girls can talk first because it's Bumble. We're like bees. Sweet like honey, we'll sting the hell out of you. And if one stings you, others will smell it. They'll start stinging you. You know? Just the sound of us caused anxiety around you. Oh my God, is it on me? Fuck, what is it? Fuck. That's Bumble for you. How about Tinder? Does people like Tinder's a little more popular. Guys can talk. Anyone can talk on Tinder. How about that New York University, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Amazing. You might have thought that New York University was way up in Manhattan by Washington Square Park. No. It's 30 miles from Blacksburg, okay? It's full of supermodels. You know? And these dateless supermodels, it's nestled away in the Southwest Virginia mountains. That's where they are. So, I don't know why they all have stretched out thumbnail images. You'd think that these supermodels could have better quality pictures, but gotta check it out. I gotta find New York University. It's nearby. Here's another one. Anyone use OkCupid? Who uses that? Yeah, it's okay. Don't be embarrassed. OkCupid's a thing. Well, word to the wise, if you're on OkCupid and you're trying to meet up with the dominatrix down in Greensboro, North Carolina, don't bother. It's some sort of fake account, okay? I sent her a scanned image of my driver's license, my social security number, my date of birth, my debit card information, and it's a real mess. I'd much rather be at home right now dealing with that instead of standing here doing this. It's a disaster. It's ruined my whole life. I'm starting to think that there aren't any real dominatrices out there. I'm starting to think it's all a scam, you know? These are guys out there looking for compassion, you know? Looking for love. Looking for a candlestick up the bum. And these sick women are taking advantage of them. I hate that. I'm embarrassed to say I'm a little bit of a masochist, actually. I am. And this doesn't mean you gotta be a sadist or a dominatrix, you know. You don't gotta get out the whips and the chains and be a nut. Doesn't have to be like that. Just act a little bored with me. Yawn during sex. I love that. It's the best. It's true. Online dating profiles, these girls have names like lot of fun. I assume you're not a lot of fun. You know? Not a train wreck. You're probably a train wreck. I just figure the opposite of your name, you know? So I made mine Sad and Lonely Guy 69. That way they think I'm confident and I got a lot of self-esteem. So I know it. So with online dating, I went on a date with a girl. I'm 30 right now, about to turn 31. I went on a date with a girl and she was only 18 years old. Yeah. Anyway, she lived in the town that my parents live in, so one night we went out to dinner with my family. And we go out to dinner, and my 16-year-old brother turns to me and goes, Kris, your date is closer to my age than yours. And I said, listen here, champ, one day you'll be 30, and then you can date girls your age too, okay? Then my mom turned to me and said, Kris, he's right, your date is half your age. And I was like, Mom, it's not half my age. She was half my age, she'd be 15. She was 15, we wouldn't be out on a date. The stipulations to my release are very clear about that. Yeah. So, we didn't go out again. Honestly, I think she was just going out with me to try and make her parents mad, you know? I think she was just trying to make her parents, to get a rise out of her parents. I went on a date with a woman who was 49. I think she was trying to get a rise out of her parents too. She took me to the graveyard. She's like, who's better than Shelley now, huh? Huh? Me! So, I got feelings, you know. Out there just trying to make them mad. You know, and there's all sorts of different type of women out there that come in all different shapes and sizes. And once you find one you're attracted to, it's a little scary trying to find another one. But you know what? You know what? Your tastes and your feelings can change. Your taste can change. Did anyone ever think that Clarissa Explains It All or Winnie Cooper on the Wonder Years were hot when you were growing up? Go back and watch those shows now. You're gonna feel pretty weird about yourself, I guarantee you. Another thing, anyone ever watch Chippendale Rescue Rangers? Gadget was very attractive in their jumpsuit, very shapely drawn mouse. So, anyone remember that show? Here's another one. You guys remember Cleo from Heathcliff? The ripoff of Garfield? Heathcliff. Heathcliff, Heathcliff, no one should terrorize the neighborhood. No? Well, this is a Garfield ripoff, but they had this one cat named Cleo. She was in the Cadillac Cats gang, and she was drawn unreasonably attractive. So just Google her. She's all like shapely and I'm not kidding, she doesn't have any clothes on except for leg warmers. It's ridiculous. Like, why would they draw a cartoon character like that? I don't mind if you whip out your phones and Google this. It's very interesting. So, hey, go ahead. What are those? Now I just spend my time Googling 6-foot-tall Russian women wearing jumpsuits holding Cold War era walkie-talkies. That gets me cooking. Love those girls. So, Jennifer, she and I get along really well. We're very similar. We think of things the same way. Social situations, just everything. We're thinking so much alike. You think just like me. And I love that. I do not want to meet someone unless they're exactly like me, okay? Just go ahead and deplete the gene pool as much as possible. We might be related as far as I know. Not like I know all my cousins out there, so that's okay. You guys having fun? Really good time. You guys want to hear some impressions?
Yeah!
All right.
As long as they're terrible.
Huh?
As long as they're terrible.
They are actually spot on, perfect impressions of the things you know and love. You guys remember Clocky from Pee-wee's Playhouse? You guys want to? Well, let's try and remember as I do it. Maybe it'll come flying back to you. This is fun. Excuse me. Okay. Let's go. Hey, Pee-wee, it's time for a penny cartoon. Huh? Thank you. He's the same voice as Eek. Eek the cat. Remember him? Boy, these references are just blowing past you guys. All right, here's Eek the cat. Eek the cat was like, Kumbaya, it never hurts to help. It's exactly the same, surprisingly not the same voice actor. I've looked it up. I figured it had to have been the same guy. Here's Marvin the Martian.
The being who just integrated makes me very angry. Very angry indeed.
Thank you.
Here's Elmo. You guys have to know Elmo. Yeah, Elmo's still on TV. It's like, smoking too much. That's pretty good. It's good enough. And I can do Grover too. It's like,
Bird,
all right, let's just blow into the STD section. Getting a ring of those jokes after the Muppets. So in the summer when I was going through the breakup, I installed that app everyone was into, you know? Everyone was going out catching stuff. You guys know what I'm talking about in the summer? Real popular. Yeah, the Craigslist Casual Encounters app. Yeah. I caught chlamydia. You know? My chlamydia learned is chlamydia. My chlamydia learned infection. My chlamydia learned birding. My chlamydia learned seismic toss. So, chlamydia was great. Here's some advice for you guys, young men out there. When you go on a date, don't bring condoms on a date, because you're going to be overly eager and you're going to jinx yourself. Don't bring condoms on a date. If you don't bring condoms on a date, you can have a bunch of unprotected sex. And you too can catch chlamydia. So, a humiliation type Pokemon. My chlamydia is resistant to doxycycline. Tough guy out there. My chlamydia. I'm joking around a lot about STDs, but I've been around the block a few times. I've caught myself my share of STDs. I've caught myself venereal diseases. I've caught VD, okay? But I've been real lucky. My STDs have all been easily cured with pills and creams and what have you. They're all temporary problems. They don't last forever, and it's true. In my lifetime, I've had chlamydia, HIV, and crabs. Very lucky. I'm a very lucky guy. I had a jock itch, real bad, started in October, and it's starting to peter out now. So the doctor prescribed me a topical medication for this. And every morning it tells me alt-right and Donald Trump jokes, so it's pretty topical stuff. So Donald Trump's trying to close all the Planned Parenthoods. Good. I'm glad those Planned Parenthoods are closing, you know? Hellholes. Just baby-killing hellholes. And I know what you ladies are thinking. Hey, I need to go there for STD tests. Don't worry about it, little mama. Just drink some cranberry juice. You'll be fine, okay? You guys think I actually feel that way? I don't. I don't really feel that way. I wish Planned Parenthoods were not closing, okay? Now, I used to be a pro-lifer, right? But my feelings changed. I started to realize, I thought about it, and I was like, Kris, you were taught not to meddle and to stick your nose to other people's business. How's it any of your business what women do with their bodies? So I decided it's not my business. It's not, and I am not a pro-lifer anymore. That's right, people? I'm not a pro-lifer, I'm an anti-lifer. Okay? To me, every single one of you women better get out there and get an abortion, okay? And you better get at least one. Because you get one, you're going to keep those clinics funded and operational. They're not running themselves, okay? And you might be worried about, you can still have a baby after you have an abortion, okay? It's not like it was back in 2006, okay? They're not destroying your womb and uterus from your abortion. You'll be fine having a baby after that. Don't you worry about it. And I'm not talking about taking a bunch of Plan B and letting that little fella Vaseline his way into your diva cup. Oh, no, 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 no. You go out there and you get yourself a real live abortion. I'm a real anti-lifer. Don't tell anyone this. But every couple of weeks I've been traveling down to Atlanta, Georgia, been sending a pipe bomb to prenatal health care clinics, okay? Go ahead and even the playing field, if you know what I mean. Yeah. Keep abortions on the scene, 2117. Keep abortions on the scene, 2117. What did the man say to the sand that he found under the abortion clinic? He said, how could you possibly support this? Sand. Right? Now that I'm up here with this mic, this is my chance to let you guys know how I feel about all this gay marriage out there. Alright? This is how I feel about gay marriage. I feel like it's a great thing. And I'm really happy we finally have found this equality, and I hope next time it's not such an uphill battle, for the love of God. So, you know, I'm somebody, I don't really hate anybody, really, but I really hate hypocrites, you know? Like, I consider myself like a pacifist, but like hypocrites, I'd like to just like bash their fucking faces in, you know? But I just hate fucking hypocrites. This type of weather, like this time of year, around my birthday, makes me very nostalgic. It makes me nostalgic for being like a little kid at my birthday, like crisp, like February air. I mean, it's been a little hot this go around. It's a little crisp tonight, and that crisp air just reminds me of the day I got my Game Boy Color, you know? Yeah. I smell a nice little cool breeze. I think of the time that I just walking home with my violin case, going home to play Tekken 3 with my little brother, you know? When it snows in February, I think about the time at 9 years old, my mom told me I couldn't watch any more Rocko's Modern Life, and she turned off the TV and I got really mad, and went in my room, put a crucifix upside down, did the sign of the cross reverse, and said a prayer to Satan. You know? Good times. Just simple times. The winter of '95. Just boyhood memories. One time in in Sunday school, I was Catholic, so I took CCD, which I don't know what that stands for, but it was like Sunday school that happened on Wednesday nights. So anyway, I used to go there, and one time they had me writing the 10 Commandments on the board, and I wrote, "Thou shalt not steal," and I spelt it S-T-E-E-L. And everyone laughed at me, you know? So like a good Christian, I turned the other cheek. Straight to Satan, my new master, and he made all the laughter stop. It was good. So, Roanoke, Virginia was voted by Time Life magazine the number 3 godliest city, in America. Did anyone hear about this? We're behind Birmingham, Alabama, and Chattanooga, Tennessee. We're number 3, you know? Which makes sense why my new act of "Screw You, God" is not working in this area. Featuring such bits as adult baptism. You look like a fool right now. You should have done that as a baby, you know? There's this whole part where I scream at the heavens and demand that God show himself. I go, "Strike me dead right here if you're really up there." It's a real laugh riot. So, ever since I started that act, I've been having this weird bleeding from my eyes. I looked it up. It's called sporadic optical hemorrhaging. So, there's an answer for everything, people. It's fine. It was a lot of fun. I had a lot of laughs. So, when I went through my breakup, I started going to therapy. I started, and I'm not embarrassed to talk about it. Jennifer here already knows about it. I started therapy, and she knows this. And the therapist told me I'm, what was that word? It was a really big like a psychiatry term. What was it? Insane. I was insane, remember? They told you had, remember, honey? They told you had to tell your friends before you hung out with me? And only meet me in public places, remember? Anyway, I started going to my therapist. The therapist told me, they asked me, "Kris, describe the state that you're in." And I was like, "Well, it's nice. You know, taxes are a little high." They said, "You think that's funny? We'll have you committed." I was like, "All right, whatever. Taxes are fine. Whatever. Jeez." The therapist told me, a shrink told me I'm anorexic. I gotta deal with that without being fat? You kidding me? Therapist told me I need a new lease on life. I got a new lease on life. It ends April 10th. All right? When I'm feeling blue, I go on 3-day weekends. That's what I do. If I was a therapist, I would tell people, go on a 3-day weekend, okay? You're feeling depressed? Go on a 3-day weekend. You're questioning your sexuality? Mull it over on a 3-day weekend. You killed a transient with your car and the guilt is eating you up inside? Have you considered taking a Friday through Sunday off? Hitting up the Outer Banks. Really, really clears your head. I don't know that my methods would be recognized by the psych community, honestly, but you know what? You don't need recognition in life, people, okay? You need to be proud of your achievements internally. You have to just have personal satisfaction, you know? You have to have modesty, you have to have humility, okay? I have modesty and humility. I have loads of modesty and humility, and it's made me more successful than any of my friends. It's great. This is a piece of advice for you guys. If you guys ever get tired in the middle of the day, it's going to save you a couple bucks. Just put the Red Bull away, put the coffee and the energy drinks away, and wear your sunglasses indoors. I guarantee you're going to be so worried you look like a douchebag, your heart's going to start pounding a mile a minute. It's going to wake you right up. It works for me every time. My doctor told me I got to quit smoking. I've been smoking 13 years now. As of midnight, I guess, technically. So I've been smoking, yeah, my birthday, my 18th birthday, I started smoking. So 13 years and a couple of, right? That 13? Yeah. So 13, I've been smoking for 13 years. They said, you gotta quit smoking. I said, what do I look like? Some sort of health nut? Do I look like some kind of guy that's gonna quit smoking? Do I look like the type of guy that's gonna eat celery and hummus? Do I look like the type of guy that's gonna hit up the gym? Work on his glutes? Do I look like the type of guy that's gonna drink a glass of water every day? Hell no. I'm not a health tough nut, okay? So he said, okay, if you can't quit, try and cut back. And I was like, okay, cut back. Okay, can I smoke while I'm driving? And he was like, yes. He was like, that or when you're stressed. I was like, okay. Can I smoke when I'm drinking? He was like, yeah. Can I smoke after sex? He's like, yeah. He's like, can I smoke when I have coffee? He's like, coffee? Coffee? Of course you can smoke when you have coffee, buddy. So, I love my doctor. Told me I can smoke during... I'm cutting back, though. I just kidding. Let's see here. Oh, smoking. People tell me, hey, if you're smoking, you might have an oral fixation. I hate that term. It sounds like I'm out there sucking dick. You know? So I don't use the words oral fixation. I avoid it at all costs, okay? I'm real anal about that. I just don't say it. So when you're going around having a bunch of sex online, you know, when you're single and you're doing that, be careful, people, okay? You don't want to catch anything. I had a woman text me and say, hey, when you meet up with me, are you going to go down on me? And I was like, I absolutely not going to go down on you. It's disgusting. I don't know who you are, so I didn't do it. You know, I didn't even meet with them to exchange all those fluids. The type of person that would go down on a stranger is probably the type of person that would buy their pants at Goodwill. Am I right? You know? It's disgusting, buy your pants at Goodwill. People go number 1, put them on. Number 2, put them on. Bang, put them on. Just go spend an extra $10 and avoid wearing Jimmy's jizzy jeans, you know? Just spend the $10. It doesn't make any sense. It's disgusting. The person who would buy their pants at Goodwill, stop me if I'm wrong here. The type of person who would buy their pants at Goodwill is probably the type of person that puts their food in the baby seat in their grocery cart, just willy-nilly. You know? Babies sit there taking shits, and you're throwing your rye bread there? Why don't you just hit up the baby changing table in the bathroom at Kroger and make your cold cuts in there while you're at it? Makes me sick. Mint! I hate the taste of mint. What's wrong with you people? Why you're telling me that you're enjoying your mojito or your mint-flavored ice cream and not imagining drooling and bleeding by your toilet late for work? Why don't you just eat the potpourri on the back of the toilet while you're at it? These are bathroom flavors, people. They're disgusting. Thank you. Gum! Like gum! Candy! Like, it's just, you're eating gum. It's disgusting. You're just chewing saliva. Saliva candy. That's real nice. I hate guys that walk around whistling outside. I hate those people. Walk around whistling outside. I don't want to hear it. No one wants to hear it. I hate to say it. I don't want to say this, but I'm going to say it. It's a rapist mentality. Okay? I don't want it. No one wants it. Don't whistle when you're walking around in public. Forget guys that tell women, you know, you should smile more. You'd be prettier if you smile. They should film guys whistling. Make them go viral on Facebook, okay? I walked around for 5 hours wearing this in New York City. I heard 35 guys whistling. They were whistling Dixie, row, row, row your boat, twinkle, twinkle, little star. You name it, they were whistling it. So, I hate those people. Who remembers being a kid, huh? Who remembers being a kid? You're pretty young. You guys are young. I mean, what are you, college guys? How old are you?
24.
24. Right after college.
Sure.
So you remember being a kid, right?
Of course.
Yeah, you're close to it. You guys remember being a kid? Whew, I was a dumb kid. I tell you what, were you smart? Were you smart? Smartish? I was dumb. I was a dumb kid. I remember one time on a dare, I let a kid on the playground hit my head with a baseball bat. All math was advanced after that. So, very different. Dumb kid. I was dumb, I tell you what. I used to think I could live by drinking my spit and eating air. I just fill my mouth up with saliva and swallow it. And I was like, that's keeping me hydrated. Just walk around like, I'm eating air. It's thick. I'm eating air, you know? I used to look at people in the McDonald's drive-thru and I was like, you guys are a bunch of idiots, you know? Since the beginning of time, man has tried to find sustenance and fluids from outside resources, but it's right there, like in your face. So my mom told me she was taking me to the mall. It's like, it's time for a big meal. I stuck my head out the window, I was eating air out of the car window, you know? Well, my mom figured out that I wasn't eating, and she made me start eating. And at IKEA at the age of 5, I passed out. Turned out I had something called terminal dehydration and backlog bile, so it was a mess. So I don't know if she was arrested and she was put into jail for this. I don't know if it was national news, but in the Northern Virginia area, it was a huge, news-worthy thing. They called her the saliva-feeding mama. So once she was released from prison and the suicide attempt stopped and we were allowed protective visitation rights, she made sure I was eating, so. Love my mama. We had a house when I was growing up. I was a dumb kid. I thought my house was haunted. What a dumb kid I was. Every night the sinks would turn on their own. The drawers would be open. Furniture would be moved. I'd hear voices in the hallway and breathing and footsteps. And I was like, okay, my house is haunted. We had 2 mysterious kitchen fires happen in the middle of the night. I was like, my house is definitely haunted. Well, there's a reasonable explanation for everything. My mom's jealous ex from the 80s was breaking in at night and trying to kill us by way of arson. So I had nothing to be afraid of. I went to a Civil War battlefield one time, and when I was a kid, and I went to a seance there. And we had a Ouija board, and out on the tree line, you could see the Civil War ghosts walking around, carrying their limbs, just like walking through the field, And I went back there recently for another seance a couple months ago, and the ghosts were real annoying this time. They kept telling me that their flag was all about just heritage and it's not racist. I was like, just leave me alone, you guys. Go back to the tree line. You guys want to hear about my, to change gears on it, you guys want to hear a story about my, absolutely true story, about my Confederate ancestor?
Yeah.
You guys want to hear that? It's a weird story. Okay, so the Rebel Monger, my Confederate ancestor, was a Confederate soldier on the South Side during the Civil War. And he could tell that the war was kind of, in a sense, going south for the South, So he was in a battle, and he found a dead Union soldier on the ground. And faster than a sweet Georgia breeze, he took that soldier's uniform and put it on, picked up his gun, turned around, started shooting all his friends, and snuck back into Union flanks. And once there, continued the war on the Union side. So that was my Confederate Monger. That's what he did. It's true. Our family crest is a Confederate flag and an American flag intertwined with each other, and it says over it, "Verbata numu numeris," which means my allegiance knows no bounds. So, a lot of bravery there. So I'm telling you the stuff I've been doing to get over this breakup. I did something else over the summer. I went and started volunteering at a drug rehab center. I help with this workshop where we help get these guys and women reassimilated so they can get into the workforce. After they get clean, they get back into the workforce, and that's what they do. And I'm telling you, those guys know how to party. They set you up with Molly, cocaine, best pot. Love going to drug rehab. I also started volunteering at AA meetings. Those guys get you fucked up. You guys ever heard of this thing called whiskey? It's the craziest thing. So, there's this drink called Jim Daniels. Whew. Get you fucked up. I also started working at a 3rd grade in the summer. I was helping with a summer school, volunteering with these 3rd graders. And so I was like an assistant teacher to these 3rd graders, okay? And teaching 3rd graders in this day and age is hard. They all have smartphones. And they want to know about complicated, difficult things that's hard to talk about. They whip out their smartphone like, "Mr. Munger, can you tell us about Agent Orange and Monsanto and Cambodian Year Zero and Ronald Reagan?" I'm like, kids, I don't know about all this evil shit. History class is not the lyrics to a Dead Kennedy song, okay? Now pull out your history book wrapped in a paper bag from Giant Food, okay? So we're starting on chapter 4 for some reason. We're not going through chapters 1 through 3. We're never going to talk about that. That's history class, okay? I took the kids out to, it was summertime, so it was nice, so I took them out to a field, for a night field trip to show them the Big Dipper, I start showing them the Big Dipper, they whip out their smartphones, and it's real embarrassing. The Big Dipper was in a completely different hemisphere right then. It wasn't even in the sky. I missed the the day, you just point to stars shaped in a square. Tell a story about Frederick Douglass, then boom, Big Dipper. It's as simple as that, but not anymore. I thought it'd be fun to teach the kids about Hurricane Katrina. They all wanted to ask me about police brutality, race relations, President Bush. I was like, kids, it's a hurricane, okay? We don't need a political scientist in here. We need a weatherman, for Christ's sakes. So, I started a petition to keep sex ed out of the schools. You know? That guy's a real creep. Keep him out of there. Who's drinking tonight, huh? Who loves beer? I love beer and I love cigarettes. I like to challenge my body, much like an athlete. So you cats want to get a little crazy real quick?
Sure.
Who wants to get crazy? And I mean like really crazy. And if we're not gonna get crazy, we're not gonna get crazy. You want to get crazy with me? Hell yeah! Okay, I'm gonna tell you some things about myself. Number one, I'm immortal. I can't die if you put a pillow on my face. I can breathe, I can talk, I can sing. Had my friends do this for an hour once. And I was completely fine. Number two, I don't get any hurt from my nipples. Like nothing. It doesn't hurt. Like titty twisters don't affect me. You know? So you remember when I said you guys want to get crazy?
Yeah.
Okay, now really you want to get crazy? Okay, who wants to come up here and try and twist my nipples until I say uncle for a free beer? You get a free beer for this. Who's ready for it? Someone's got, you want to do it? Yeah, come on out. Yeah, guy or gal, doesn't matter, it's not sexual. Come on up here.
I can only twist one nipple, but...
Okay. I might like that. Hop up! Alright, so what's your name?
Christopher?
Now, Christopher, why were you so excited back there to come up here and twist my nipples?
I mean, I just got here and I was listening to conversation and you don't get the opportunity often.
I know, on a stage and everything. What happened to your hand?
A longboarding accident?
We got a badass up here. Alright, Chief. So you want to twist my nipples for a free beer. Now, if I say uncle, you get free beer. If I don't say uncle, you don't get nothing. You're gonna do it right there under there, right?
How about if you can name 5 cereals during the said pinching, I'll buy you a beer.
Okay. Yeah, I'm ready. All right. What's the nipple? Go ahead, twist it up. I'm ready.
5 cereals, let's go.
Okay.
Go.
Smacks, Kicks, Honeycomb, Raisin Bran.
One more. Come on.
Cheerios! Hey! Didn't hurt! Well, you did a good job. Houdini couldn't do that. So,
I was trained by the best.
oh yeah? Who?
You said it, Houdini himself.
That guy loved having his nipples twisted.
Makes the nipples disappear.
Uh-huh. What? Oh, like in a box?
No, like you never phonetically spelled out the word pineapple. It spells peanipples.
Oh yeah. All right, good night. We got a comedian up here. Let's see here. That was fun. Yeah, there was a time in my life where I used to go to Kmart and try and look at the Blink-182 Enema of the State album cover, like without anyone noticing, like reading a magazine at the age of 12, you know? I was like a good kid, you know? But then one day, you could have people twisting your nipples on a stage to try and get free beers in a comedy club. So, dreams can come true. I've been living alone. I've been trying to come up with relatable jokes, and I can't put that, so that thing. How much time I got? You want me to wrap up?
Yeah, whatever.
Let's see here.
Ask your fans.
Here, what do you guys think? You want some more? All right, let's see what we got here. Okay, so McDonald's has been going through a little bit of trouble lately. Did you guys hear about this? They got their first 1% loss in profits ever this past year.
Oh, did?
That makes me sick. You know? What kind of America is this? We got strippers and hookers out there saying they're empowering women. We got McDonald's not doing so hot. Thanks a lot, Banksy. This isn't my America. Anyway, I wrote a song to try and save McDonald's. I'm gonna sing it for you real quick. All right, here we go. It's kind of a rock song. It goes like this. Excuse me. It goes, hey Ronald, McDonald, I think you're just the best. Oh Ronald, McDonald, you're better than the rest. Hey Ronald, McDonald, I don't know what I do. Oh Ronald, McDonald, without your crazy food, I love your fries. I love your Cokes. I love your burgers. I think the most. Yeah, you're my Ronald. Yeah, you're my man. Yeah, you're my Donald. I bet you can. Make my life better with just a fry. It's crazy how little you have to try. Bunch of liberals think you kill while they put their daughters on the pill. They think you're poison. You're corporate will. They just don't understand the thrill of your Cokes, your Pepsis, your sticky high C's, your play place, the ball pit, where the kids go pee. Yeah, you're my Ronald, and you're my man. With little effort, I bet you can. Feed me. Thank you. It's supposed to be a little bit ironic. I don't eat that much McDonald's. In fact, I went vegan recently. I thank you, which makes sense because I've always been a picky eater. I've also been totally friendless and annoying as fuck. So, it makes sense that I go vegan. I'm gonna start posting pictures of slaughtered animals on my Facebook, slaughtered pigs on my Twitter, you know? I'm gonna tell people when they go to Burger King, don't stomp on those bugs. You came into their environment, all right? If you got bugs in your house, kill them naturally. Fill it with spiders, you know? That's what a vegan mentality is, and that's my state of mind. So, bugs, I got a lot of bugs in my apartment. They're attracted to all the food in the kitchen. That's because the food in the kitchen's wearing those sexy fishnet stockings lately. Right? I'm gonna skip my lava lamp joke and go straight to the finale. Here it goes. All right, so it's another song. That's weird. 2 songs in a row. Okay, so this is a song, and this is an old standby. Okay, this is a drinking song. All right, so if you don't have a beer, grab one. You boys like polka music? Well, this is a classic polka song. It's an old standard, and I'm gonna sing it for you and sing along if you got a pair. Here we go. We'll have a barrel of fun. Roll out the barrel. We got the blues on the run. Tip, tip, terrero. Sing out a song of good cheer. 'Cause when you roll the barrel, then the gang's all here. All together now. 3, 2, 1. Tip, tip, terrell, a song of good cheer. 'Cause when you roll the barrel, then the gang's all here. Yeah, very good. Good job, everybody. blueprints available for you for purchase on a floppy disk. Okay? Now, these floppy disks don't work on Windows 98 operating system or further, but I got a plugin downloading at home that I think is going to make these things work. So just hit me up tonight. I'm going to be on the Doom message boards. I only have the shareware version, so I can only be in the rooms with 500 plus users. So just find me on there. I'll send you a link to the plugin. We'll make these bad boys work. So thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Have a great time. Thanks for having me.
One more time for Mr. Kris